Provided by Roseby Entertainment Band, we can play at Sarah Lighthouse the every Friday buffet program. Sponsors for this dinner dance and live band show, now Natco, Union Trust Bank, Salka, Mercury International, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Bolloré, Rokel Commercial Bank, EcoBank, BM Kudami, Sleeper, FI Bank, Sarah Lighthouse, and the biggest telecommunications company in Sierra Leone, Africell.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1, simply the best.
From New Glanville Studios, good morning and welcome to other edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. Today on Thursday, March 28, 2019. We will bring this edition of the program come to you. Mina Asma James.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Inside this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, one volunteer will come on at the Rainbow Initiative Center, Mamusu Kalon say, 19% of that picking them way they can live, they end up get belly. World Bank don't grieve for the Salon government but 40 million United States dollar inside one 5-year project for pull trader in a street and tap driver them working partner side where they block traffic. And today inside the program, the Chief Innovation Officer, Gud Mornin Salon, they can talk about human capital development and how far the government don't go for deliver on the vision through technology.
Well, this and plenty story them there for you in the program, plus the monitoring and evaluation officer na ActionAid Salon, Vanessa Mansare say ActionAid don't get over 10 billion loans from donor partner them for implement different projects them in about 8 districts them in the country. Wakaboton are part of the program. Yourself with the listen can be part of the program through your text message or comment on We Radio Democracy Facebook page and also on Africell number 077-981-981. The program now Good Morning Salon and it come to you from 98.1 FM. As soon as from a headline this morning, the Chief Innovation Officer Gud Mornin Salon will talk about waiting on human capital development and how far governments don't go for deliver on vision through technology. Well, again, a pleasure. Forget David for this for second time. Very busy man. Good morning. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Asma.
And thank you again for this week at the studios.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll come back to you shortly.
The first issue we will look at inside the program this morning as way for show transparency and accountability. Inside and work, ActionAid Salon done all stakeholder meeting with different people from the public sector for show them 2019 budgets and self how them plan for use them. Also the monitoring and evaluation officer na ActionAid Salon, Vanessa Mansare say ActionAid don't get over 10 billion loans from donor partner them where he said they use for implement different program them na 8 districts in a salon. Vanessa Mansare explain more about this to reporter Usman Kamara.
ActionAid do open information presentation where we call stakeholder them for can present to them waiting our plan and waiting our budget for 2019. You know, say as INGO and civil society, we waiting at this part of the development where we can always try for ask government and other stakeholder them for be accountable. So we say and say before we ask person for be accountable, we say self gets for be accountable. So now then they make we call stakeholder them this morning for can explain to them waiting our plan and we budget for 2019.
Okay, you talk about plans, you know, look at first the plan them. Witness some of the plan them we wanna get for this 2019.
Well, for the next 5 years, ActionAid gets 3 priority areas then. Where the first one are violence against women and girls and unpaid care work. The second one we look at public financial accountability. And then the third one we look at emergency response, women-led emergency response.
Okay, them different in there we don't talk about. So which specific area or district them this plan they target?
We target 8 districts there nationwide. We work na the western area first of all, and then Bombali, Bo, Kono, Cambia, Tsonkolili, Moyamba. Okay. And then by default we work na Karine district also.
Okay, let's look at the budget now. With now the total money we wanna get for use for this 2019.
Well, for this year, for sponsorship income, we get 10,612,664,232 loans.
Okay, now civil society, NGO them don't question government and other institutions there, but for the gear account, for the couple the way then they use. Now, as una don't be the first NGO for come out for tell the public the budget, the money una receive from donor them. What in this mean, or what una expect from other NGO and civil society them?
What do we expect now that other NGO and civil society then for copy the same, and not say other one then they do one, but we expect more NGOs then for copy this accountability style and they do one, and we expect even as we don't call stakeholders then government representative then they make them come back and ask actually now this una be say una go do, how far una don't go in spending the budget una been present to it. So we really need them feedback, because accountability go only get in essence where we monitor the process and see say waiting action it can present. In the year 2019 we implement all.
Okay, so almost here this budget get for take up plans.
This budget now for just 2019.
So the difference in the way you don't highlight now in this case, any plans there for Manden or not for Umanden strictly on the target?
ActionAid we dey prioritize Umanden, but we know say where we support Umanden, we don't support Manden indirectly. We get Boku intervention then, we emergency response, the target Manden as well, even though we dey promote them for be women-led, and all the other interventions the way we dey get, even though we dey prioritize woman and pikin them, girl pikin them especially, but it dey trickle down, the effect they trickle down to Manden as well.
Okay, so when this project then they start?
This they span from January to December 2019.
And I don't start for implement some of them?
Yes, we don't start for implement some of them. Like this program, so we do today, we don't do one at all, we district them.
Okay, so at the end of the day, we want to implement most of the projects. What do I expect from the people and we get for benefit from the different projects?
We expect say the people themselves go help we then go own the development process the way they bring in their communities. They not go left sit down say we they look up to NGOs or we they look up to governments no more, but then say for help the process, and then anybody where they go do work na their community, make them know say na their responsibility for monitor say the people then do the work fine.
Well, that's now Vanessa Mansare, where they work na ActionAid as the monitoring and evaluation officer. If they talk on that interview day with Usman Kamara about 10 billion loans where he say they don't give them for implement different program them na 8 districts in a salon.
The program na Good Morning Salon, 7:39 at the time from our studio clock, and we come over to his studio guest. Inside May 2018, President Bill inside in state opening at Parliament, be make mention say in administration go get the Directorate of Science, Technology, Innovation Office, we go help government deliver on vision through science and technology. Inside October, President pull this Directorate Office na do. Usai he appoints Harvard MIT innovator David Mornin Salon as Chief Innovation Officer. Now, he done the work, and the director he done the work for the past 8 months. One thing we then focus on now human capital development and how they go use technology inside education, technology for improve how for do business, technology for get our data and for fight corruption. All this Dr. Senge will talk about inside the program. Good morning once more and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
All right, let me start for talk 8 months. The directorates done the work in different areas them. But one area where we when they talk about more now the human capital development, big word for we people and way we can want for each. What's in our human capital development?
Thank you very much for that question there. We, the president, can talk usually and in one focus, all this talk, and we don't talk as we travel on air, they focus on human capital development. But even in the National Development Plan, the first cluster, then call on human capital development. And if you look at all the other clusters, then several of the targets and several of the outcomes then we want as a country over the next 5 years, over the next 20 years, now human capital development. So what does human capital development mean? You get different definition there, but actually the Salon definition, very unique to Salon, we come up from the president. Globally, the World Bank, they define human capital development with 2 different areas then, they say education and health. And Salon, the president don't add food security there. And so when the president can talk, he can say, I want to feed the people in brain and then put chop na them belly and then take care of the whole body, which means simply that food security, education, and health. And why make this matter? It is that it don't decide, say, and the government don't decide, say, if you educate people in a country where 3 out of 5 people illiterate, if you educate Peking then today, and people then for able to read and write, literacy, numeracy, but we also don't add computational thinking, the critical thinking, problem solving, grit for entrepreneurship. If you give people then quality education, then go able for develop solution then and solve problem then where we all get, right? It's not to one person no more get great idea, not to one person no more for act. We for able for use the entire country, all the people then will get, the human then will get for be able for solve problem. But you know they just send person at school no more. You know, if you hungry, if you don't get chopped in your belly, you not able to focus. But also if you not get the nutrients, if you not get iron, if you get worms in your belly, if you stunted, it affects your cognitive capability. That means how much you go able to learn in self. Now I make it add food security day and nutrition day. And then the third part now, if you get malaria, we all don't get malaria, but we're not able to go focus in a class. Right? If you sick, if you get diarrhea, you're not able to focus because you know this you don't have class self. So then it's also important for me we take care of the person in entire body. So this much more expanded than within say the World Bank they do, though it's all linked. But ultimately, then get one index so then they call Human Capital Index. And Salon they right now we index code at 0.35. What this means is that for any Peking with them born today, whether Peking they turn 18 years old, in productivity is reduced by 65%. Compared to if we get full education, full health, in this case for the World Bank, but for we, and if we get good nutrition. Okay. It means say all the picking then within the bond today in a salon in 18 years, if we not change this, the national productivity will only be at 35%. That na beaucoup losses, so we can't reach without one for go with that level of human capital there. And I make the national development plan, for example, make a target so we'll go from I think 0.35 to 0.42. But as a country, we get a goal for become a middle income economy over the next 10 years, over the next 15 years. That means that we need for double that productivity there. And if we need for double that productivity there, not to today would they think about. Would they think about we picking them, would they think about grand picking them so that they're able to compete globally in the rest of the world. It means say you and me, everybody we primary focus now for think about how we go improve that productivity day of the population over the next 5, over the next 10 years. That is human capital development.
You don't explain and you make mention of in salon context education, health, food security, and you don't explain in all of this within human capital development mean. But when you talk about human capital development and technology, how we connect?
I connect beaucoup. That is the one part the way in which salon they lead, right? So we understand say we say salon they bad. Salon they I think bottom 10 or bottom 15 definitely pan the human capital index. Not to shame, we all know say we education today bad. We all know say we health today bad. We maternal mortality amongst one of the worst. Stunting numbers amongst one of the worst. So we know why we did. Now that make precisely the president can say they mine mineral in that salon for 100 years. But I don't want to see diamond it too. I don't know if you don't see diamond. I don't want to see like diamond. But then we don't grow up. They mine diamond in a salon for however many years. Then don't mine all kind of mineral in a salon. We don't invest in that day. But we know we not get down there for show, right? We can't show. We can't say that this 9 diamond do for salon. Now make it don't see we for invest in the human resource, in the human capital. But we can't use regular methods for investing in humans because we don't get time. we can't be developed with the left behind. And the only way we will be able catch up, and not even catch up, lead globally, because Nadani wants me. I want for me Salon lead. Salon for we a small country.
So how you go get for use technology do that?
And the only way we able for lead now if you use technology and innovation for address food security, for address education, and for address health. So here's an example in education actually, what we're going to do. The World Bank supports the Ministry of Education after the President kind of power for collect the annual school survey, the annual school census. And the annual school census this time, for the first time, then collect and digitally. That means people then may get tablets, people then may get phone, then go now every school and collect several features of that school. You get clean toilets, you get classroom, how many teachers then did they, and then bring that data back to the Ministry of Education. Because we for play with data and we collaborate and we job that for support the government, right? We take that data and we work with the Ministry of Education, and now we analyze that data using state of the art. State of the art means the algorithm wouldn't they use now MIT, now the same algorithm would they use now Salon or that State House, and we analyze that data for beginning understand how and what's feature the importance to exam scores, because that quality education we want. Also all man can say, oh, we forgo build a new classroom, or forgo paint this, or forgo put garden, or forgo. Everybody gets sense.
But how then data they translate and influence government's decision for let some of the things that they happen at then school and they change for a better?
Precisely. So we take the data, right? So large sets of data. We use standard methods. We run what they call machine learning. Machine learning now, if you get boku data and able to understand them for yourself, you put the right code, the right algorithm where they understand that data and tell you what's now the most important feature where they predict the outcome. What thing we care about, the outcome we care about, the learning outcomes. In this case, now exam scores. So for maybe people in the pass the exam. Now attendance, for me waiting they make my people then stay in our school. Now retention, waiting they make me picking then stay in our school, waiting they make me good teacher then stay in our school. And so would they write the algorithm for tell me which feature then pan this boku data where the most predict learning outcomes, so they most predict. And one example na latrine. So now if I did talk with the Minister of Education, including last night, whether they make a plan, or if we engage donor then, or if we engage partner then, or for government, say for invest. Government don't get beaucoup money. The government gets small money, but we need to prioritize investment. Girl latrines for girl picking there have a direct impact on how then they perform. And we na school, maybe you go don't remember that day before, but now they use data for show that day. Whether the school approved or not, have a direct impact on the performance, on the learning outcomes. And we get several priorities what they present back to the ministry. And that make the minister one of in primary priorities now school approval, right? Clearly that's something where the ministry already being focused on, but now you use data for say actually the approval status of school get a direct impact on the learning outcomes. And so we don't focus on how for make sure say for approved school there, how for make sure say the one will be no apply for approval, then we will go assess them and put that process there, because now then they inform government and support student school there, and government supports now we can tailor and to say you need to invest in A, B, C, D, E, because the data shows say it affect the learning outcomes directly.
All right, if you listen to the program, you listen to Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from 98.1 FM, 7:51. Now the time from studio clock, and we get now the program this morning. Dr. David Senge, Chief Innovation Officer this morning, and they talk about human capital development. They talk about data, how them will use that day for improve on government's work. Education and technology be actually there on the topic, but presidents this BNTM will see in the MIT who say it talk different things them, and different people get different thoughts also. But that wakade, but how important that wakade day and which benefits it gets to Sierra Leone?
You know, I go Harvard and MIT, and one of the, and I can't Salon back every year, okay, and do work. But one of the inspiration the way I get as a freshman, as a first year student, the way I listen to Ellen Johnson, na IOP, na the Institute Forum, which I president speak, and then I listen to President Kagame. Back then, we Rwanda, not do say Rwanda this so we go na Harvard and MIT. I actually give President Kagame a tour of the MIT Media Lab. The same tour we the founder of the Media Lab give President Bioso. So first things first, it's absolutely important, say, we they engage the world's best institutions. Salon not get the capacity, not to shame, we not get the capacity at this point across the board for help we for go side we need for go. The one when Obama self they go na MIT. But you know how many people then want for go we not able to get that invitation there? You know how many people then we the privilege.
How important is it?
Now the seminar, now the most important place for share your vision around technology anywhere, because the people then waiting institutions like MIT and Harvard they do is that then they bring people then the best people then from all around the world, now their institution, for engage and solve problems, right? And so the first things first, for able for share your vision with them people then they and sit down. It means you direct their energy and then thinking power to your country. But a couple things. That trip, they not 2 days we take for planner, not to 6 months we take for planner. We plan for 1 year. Before presidents build some presidents, they don't plan that trip there. And it's crazy for imagine say you get somebody where they go election. I've been there MIT, I've been there Harvard, I've been there Cambridge 1 year ago. Before before the election results come out, it send me message where at the Cambridge for say make a meet with President Faust at that time, and I meet with President Rafe at that time. For say where we win, where he win, because that's where we win. Anyone for go Harvard and MIT for ABCD. And what's not the reason why this is important is even Kagame or Ellen Johnson, we then go Harvard MIT, the thing then we then get, in order reach what we get. So and I will talk precisely about that because of the vision and the planning, the meticulous planning what they say they do. We get a round table with the best thinkers at MIT, all the faculty from all across the departments there. With the president and we bring people then from here, with minister then, with private sector, and ask a question about waiting as a country we need for do for may we achieve the development goals that we want. The Honorable Minister of Planning talk, the President talk, and people then brainstorm and come up with ideas. That's one thing. The second thing, the President addressed a public forum at MIT. And then we sign an MOU with the MIT Media Lab. So the MIT Media Lab, people then can go online and check what's in the MIT Media Lab. Now they create the future. It's know the MIT Media Lab, not the today, right? It's in we they practice. All the touch screen then don't create many years ago. The president directly and the team engage with the researcher they are with the MIT Media Lab around the projects and priorities.
So we go see results. In
2 weeks later, one band the people themselves don't care. One band the MIT Media Lab students in Data State House right now. So the results they're happy right now. We signed MOU with the Media Lab. We mean say, by the way, company then, all the company then, Google, Facebook, they all they sign for be member to the Media Lab. Okay. And they pay every year. We get membership to the Media Lab because of the president's goodwill, which means with the access to the technology and the methodology, it means with they get access to the faculty for there, it means we can able to send people there from here for go MIT, already signed, sealed. No government, no country government in the entire world, no country government, a full government, not get the agreements with MIT Media Lab.
So now for let somebody come or for let somebody go to the MIT, we can't see a salon, we get the capacity or waiting it take for waiting they will get for need for let we bridge that gap where they between Salon and other countries in terms of innovation and technology?
Yeah, you said if you want to go, you could go. Yes, we all get sense. Also, Salon man get sense. So. Now opportunity now in days. Not to the sense. We get beaucoup sense. We happy. We don't work hard.
So what about the facility and the thing that we then go need for improve on our own innovation and technology?
Then the innovation that for solve a problem with the technology or with the solution then we get today, we not being able to solve, right? In terms of so to answer your question, next week the next agreement we'll sign now with the JWEL, which now this education lab, right? World Education Lab, with Jala sign. So Jala now a member of this MIT consortium on higher education. The Minister of Higher and Technical Education been there. Which Nande mean? It means say, including I think next week, Jala they able send faculty, the head of department for computer science, for go MIT, for go learn around curriculum development, for go learn what kind of modification for do in terms of teaching, for how students then go able to absorb computer science, and when it come back in responsibility that for use that and give the other university then we did it. So yes, we did go learn. Now we will sign this agreement, and already within the last 2 weeks, I see one student the State House right now. This Jala head of department for go na MIT, for go engage and for go learn. Two things that we come on at MIT plus, and we not even go the Harvard side, right? In terms of and maybe I can, but so more go to Harvard. In all me year then where I don't they Harvard, the one that the professor said, Professor Achempong, I say in the one day see the kind of thing we Salon do na Harvard from where they did at the Center for African Studies. And what's that they mean? What's that they truly mean? The comprehensiveness of the delegation, the purposefulness, the intentionality of what we go for. We meet the president of Harvard, we the president engager. There only one other country did in Africa, the Harvard South African initiative. The president engaged the president back out for see how we will get Harvard Sierra Leone initiative, and then they already they on the way. We engage the university marshal for see how we own people then go able access university there for free, tuition waivers, in a very competitive process with the Ministry of Higher and Technical Education go run, where we governments go support. We get investment forum, investor then come up from all over the US. People then travel from other parts outside US for go engage with we, and then we get the Harvard Sierra Leone Forum, now the Harvard Law School, an entire forum with faculty, Paul Farmer, we all my partners in health, we then do a lot of work now, we then still do a lot of work, Professor Fernando Rimas, and we get a debate on the future of Sierra Leone with the faculty and with the minister then, plus the Harvard Forum, the IOP Forum, we will talk about later on.
All right. Okay, David, we get for talk about that the collaboration. One I want for make Sierra Leoneans them also get the opportunity to go study na Harvard and MIT, and also doing business very important. But we'll talk about how we go for this short break. Now, Dr. David Senge, Chief Innovation Officer, then at the studios this morning. If you get your question, 077-981-981.
Family them. Salon Commercial Bank don't do one again. For we, and Una will not get account yet. They don't come with brand new things them, like neon SLCD kiosks them, where they all over the country. Also, they get mobile tellers them, we will meet you any site and do your banking. Salon Commercial Bank. Now me bank. Sure. Now you bank, oh. We get me your student account, oh. We get me your current account. We get me your savings account, oh. For them market to man them, for them keke riders, Okada riders, and them fishmongers, disabled people them. Any day for them petty traders. Salon Commercial Bank. Now we bank. Sure.
sure.
Now we back Salon Commercial Bank for all man, including the professionals.
They don't make radio listening a must in the morning. They don't give voice to all from every corner, every community in Leku that you be. And one thing where you don't go take from them, not the independence. Waiting them tin up for and waiting them believe in. But waiting that independence if you're not able to sustain them. Whose voice you go get if you're not able to pay for that? So Radio Democracy, as part of the fundraising dinner, dance and live band show, we're going to be March 29 at Sarah Lighthouse. We'll get Umaru Fofana, one seasoned and sober journalist, for talk about maintaining independence and sustainability. Yes, that's not how for keep the strong voice where Radio Democracy get. You self can give voice to Radio Democracy for make them continue to give voice to all man. Come and support them at this 3-1 event. We're going to be March 29 live at Sarah Lighthouse about 7 p.m. sharp. Music will be provided by Roseby Entertainment Band. We can play at Sarah Lighthouse the every Friday buffet program. Sponsors for this dinner, dance and live band show now NATCO, Union Trust Bank, Salka, Mercury International, Ceylon Commercial Bank, Bolore, Rokel Commercial Bank, Eco Bank, BM Kudami, Sleeper, FI Bank, Sarah Lighthouse, and the biggest telecommunications company in Sierra Leone, Africell.
The program is still listening to now Good Morning Salon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will continue to look at more issues in the program because of the plenty rape and other bad things them where don't they happen at the country make this BNTM. The president be declare state of emergency on rape and other bad things them where they happen to woman and girl picking them na salon. Well, now one volunteer worker na the Rainbow Initiative Center Mamusu Kalon say 19% of the girl picking them where they can rape can end up get spele. Mamusu Kalon talk this inside one meeting where the Asma James Foundation together with Purposeful Production and them partner them go hold na Mabroka town inside Tonkolele district for Seka them Black Tuesday movement on rape and other sexual violence them where can happen against woman and girl picking them. You know Kabia been the part of this worker and gonna report.
Voice of School Pikindem and Kumradem been they welcome the Black Tuesday campaign na Maboka Tonkolili districts. This make the Asma James Foundation, Purposeful Production and over 30 organization them where they deal with rape and sexual violence against women and girl Pikindem be turn this Black Tuesday campaign to movements. Inside this movement be don't go nabo and my 91 for go talk about rape and other thing them where they happen to women and girl picking them. Tuesday, March 26, this movement be on the mic na Maboka Tonkolili district for talk about rape and other bad thing them where they happen to woman and girl picking them. Usai then talk to school picking, teacher, kumbra, and people where they make law na that part they na the country. Mamusu Kalon na volunteer where they work na the Rainbow Initiative Center. Usai in say 19% of the picking them where they can rape can get belly during the process.
19% of the woman and girl picking away and they rape, they fall pregnant as a result of that rape. Just in 2018, we can get 2,900 cases of rape and sexual penetration, and 93% of the cases there now under 17s. Over 80% can get STI. Their numbers then they're very fearful. But of course, we go look and two way. The cases then they rise. But that also need for say the public don't become more aware for say rape and crime, and on top of that, then get more confidence for say side day where then go treat them. So we get for look these statistics then on balance. The unfortunate issue now, about 1.2% of the cases that we get and they end in successful prosecution. And then as a result of compromise in the community and sometimes lack of evidence. The lack of evidence can come from the fact people when they wait maybe months Oyas for come forward to Rainbow to say they don't rape.
Where immediate talk for sake of the Family Support Unit Department, na the Maboka Police Division, Abiba Tutoli say, from where the president don't declare emergency on rape, na the term rape don't they on the increase na Maboka tongue, and say then they investigate one case where one papa rape in 7-month-old pikin.
We get case na Maboka where in a high court now, where papa rape is 7 months baby. We get people who support the Gonga for the goal and court, we call it Gonga for we don't get money. Then we go now where papa abuse him pikin. Now one village back na Tongolilia, the case stay back na high court. For me, the experience one don't get at the FSC. People like when the president don't say state of emergency, now they tell me rape case they add. You know they reduce so that they add. Every day we get at the family support unit. So they charge and they work easy. It's like the efforts they go in vain. Then we are mother with the website. Una the mama there. Because until the man get money, you then a village for itself you don't get. The perpetrator go give una 2 million, una 10 for one hour the victim.
Waiting them Pikia learn from this campaign.
They could get Pikin obey the education. Any man will touch you at a certain night boss when take you no more. When not green. When grip you no more, you go to a station. They do all that.
Program I learned that rape can be in 2 different ways. One, whether you agree or not with someone who you are not dating with, it can be rape. And whether you are dating and you don't agree, it can also be rape. I would like to share this. I think it will be much better that the government take a very drastic actions on those who rape.
Asma James, now the founder for the Asma James Foundation, say rape they increase every day in the country and say this not same for make Kumbra and Pikin them not for go they set their mouths by rape business.
Now the situation is you therefore report the story. We are waiting the district policymaker represent the district office law. It's staying on left for come at the case, mama them. When they pull up you ain't belly at 8. Whose future again? You know going for it will become a tradition when you be people who take care of the people in and then the normal thing and you put the big school where you don't be before people take care of you. When you don't put that scrap and they work it's fine bro. How that people will take care of you? The baba them they will continue school. The guy pikin go shape for good school or the school will never say no kind of school. All that day again, campaign as a day for campaign, so we pikin get the letter for go school. Figure all na rape. Because the collect figure you take employ you. So you the pikin for able for feel safe. For tell you mama, tell you papa, tell you big sister say, oh good. So statistics show say, but who are make case there and talk to them and go by individual. And if una the pikin the mama they una cover na, una the papa they una cover na.
Asma James end up say then go take this movement na different parts na the country for make sure say the plenty violence and rape waking happen against woman and girl pikin them go reduce na the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, you know Kabia the reports.
Right, 9 minutes after 8. Now the time for Moose Studio Clock, and we continue with Dr. Senge this morning as he can tell you waiting on human capital development in Salon context and waiting and plan for do and how do they use data for do different in them we can to education, doing business and also corruption. You be start earlier for talk about technology and education, and you make mention of different in them on a plan for do. But the thing is, people in one for see, they go see it's not just talk, and not a thing where somebody go see or go feel. So how you go translate all the data there? Don't take in education the importance of technology in education in how somebody you go translate them, somebody see them, say it's happening.
So because I know been done the thing where we talk about what we did at IOP at this is a forum. We President Bio speak a little bit. Well, it's speak a lot, but then we talk about the future for Sierra Leone, right? We again was focused on human capital development, and one thing we do. Now, when nobody that been ever doing at the forum, now it seed the flow to in people then, to in experts then. The Minister of Communication, where somebody ask question and then they ask me for also speak at the forum. And the reason why I mentioned that actually for answer your question in terms of what people then they see, it's we need to see the tangible. But there are so many intangibles we will see. But we know they look out into the horizon. We know they opened out wide. We just they look a bit near we. The fact say they provide space for more young people there excel globally. He's not trying to be like, oh, I want to be the best, like nice to be all team. But at the forum like Harvard, it seed the flow to people that really work for it already is a result around determined leadership and human capital development, where would they bring young people then? Right, Francis Ben Kaifala, he's doing his own thing by himself, right? And you get a lot of other young people then where they take leadership in all of this. In terms of tangible solutions where they come up from technology and what in technology they do, I mentioned for analyze the data, for make it easy for many minister make decision, for many people then where they plan, where they work very closely with Miss Adama Momo, with the director of planning, education, the data we then get for taken out into the new year because we need to do this and try for reproducer, we inform that decision there. Technology, they go bring money give you. Within technology they do now, we engage people then for provide connectivity. We'll meet World Bank, right? The conversation we'll get now how to make connectivity a human right. If we give you connectivity and access to internet and lower than and work with private sector for ensure say the device then available for you, work within government for ensure say and with sound cab and then lower than cost, then they give you more than the thing when they put in your hand. Okay. Right? Because they allow you for access information and knowledge that the most powerful assets will be able to get.
Improving
right?
on the human capital development, now one, as you've been saying earlier, where governments they focus on, and the private sector now one way they don't they call on for work with government for let this happen. Whose role then will get for play for improve on the human capital development with innovation and technology?
Yeah, significant. We need the private sector and we need the citizens themselves. Government should not be the one where they provide all things. But if you think about the role of multi-specific sectors, the telecommunication sector. Yes, not private entities, and yes, then for make profits, and yes, that in a business, if they make profits, then they go employ more people, and then go create more jobs. But also, we primary incentive for be the same. We KPI, we performance indicator for be the same. So take connectivity. In me interest, in the government's interest, in all of our interest, people then forget access to internet. People then forget access to reliable, fast internet.
Which no day?
Yes. But let's say that we go. We all agree. For government, if people then get connectivity and they're connected, they will be able to deliver government services for them. Then citizens then will be able to access information globally. Citizens then will be able to build business and sell them business. But also for the private sector, if Baku people then, many more people then get access to connectivity, then they'll be able to make a lot more margins at lower cost. The business model, it comes down to the business model. The business model generally in our place, like people then too small. People they think too small. They want 5 people they charge $150 versus 100 people they charge $50, right? Yeah. Or $20. So it means say we all interests not aligned. And as a country, now I make this the fact say we all focus on human capital development important. If we say we want to make Salon go from a productivity level of 0.35 to a productivity level of 0.7, we're going to bring we to a middle income country over the next 10, 15 years, then everybody should be incentivized for contributes to that.
Dr. Senge, let me look at data in the fight against corruption.
Sure.
The fight against corruption very key because we don't see reports say where they come out Sierra Leone because of corruption the country not they go before and all. How you go use data in through your directorate office for fight corruption? So
the thing that we done the area where they come out Sierra Leone relatively positive recently, right? We corruption index don't improve the MCC corruption index. People then they give money back. So FBK they do a fantastic job, right? He's doing great. The role for my team now for digitize paper data, paper record there, And instead of for me posting, go sit down, they check one by one, line by line, Excel row by Excel row. We team the right function then, algorithms. We did analyze that data boku. Publicly, people then they talk about waiting. We find out with AG with the payroll fraud, where people then they pay themselves out of turn. Well, I don't know. For me, we just really analyze data. But the Ministry of Finance work with Sajusu and provide data. All mine data.
So
Everybody.
How is possible for an institution? So people and they pay themselves.
Oh no, I can't speak about that. What I'm speaking about is about the data.
Not show that.
Yes, the data show. So we provide that FS call. We give you the data. Everybody, all mine, not exempt anybody. We do the analysis and we give the analysis back to them, right? So why, how, what happens after is our job now for help government for deliver on government roles. But I'm sure they are taking action and they can talk about that. Same with the continue this across various sectors. But in terms of ease of doing business, right?
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
Okay.
We get for make some money.
Okay.
The station will continue for
Sounds
updates.
good.
Okay, we will go for the short break where we continue the program.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salon Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, na Salon for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme there. We branch and they all up at na Salon. Boko no kenema, we dey. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we dey. Jala Freetown Lonsa, we dey. And my lengthy one, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank na Salon for me and you. Union Salon Banco. Union Trust Bank.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program you still listen to now Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We look at other issues of the program now. Also, the transport consultants for the Sierra Leone Integrated Resilient Urban Project and the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, Akidele Beckley, don't say the World Bank don't agree for give Salon government, but $40 million for implement 5-year projects where it say go pull trailer in a streets and self-tap driver them, not for the partner side where they block traffic. Akidele Beckley talk this where the Ministry of Transport and Aviation hold public disclosure meeting on the Salon Integrated Resilient Urban Project na the Miata Conference Center. Osai Mohamed Sharif Binde and Guna reports.
Wednesday, March 27, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation hold and final public disclosure meeting with different transport body them for implement one 5-year project for pull trader them na street and give parking space to driver them na the western urban area.
My name is Akindele Beckley, and me na the transport consultant to the Ministry of Transport and Aviation for the preparation of the Sierra Leone Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project. Government feel very concerned about the congestion where they take place within very important parts of the city. The primary objective of this project is for improve urban mobility. That is, for reduce the congestion so that we all go get a safer environment and also help for facilitate movement of traffic in that particular corridor.
This make Mr. Becklin say, make the World Bank don't agree for give government, but $40 million.
Government still there in discussion, but the last figure we've been start from 20 million, now we don't go 40 million. And I also understand, say, there will be a further increase as well.
So now this World Bank don't agree for give or it don't give?
Waiting me know say they don't commit during the last mission was 40 million, but perhaps further development don't take place in Washington, and we expect the bank to come do the appraisal of the project very soon, and then we're going to wait at the final figure. We expect, say, 2019 the work will start, and then it will take 5 years.
But Usai na the area them where this project get for targets.
Vanessa James, environmental manager at CIMAT, do environmental assessments, environmental monitoring, audits, environmental advisory issues. The main activities of the project are centered around Lumley. Then therefore develop a new car park and a new market in the Lumley area. But the project also includes some other modifications in other areas and like around the Congo Cross roundabout. Then therefore do some road rehabilitation works around Kisi Ferry Junction as well. Then therefore do some road works. They also therefore do road signalization. We mean like then for put traffic lights and then kind of thing in the different area. The stage where we do so now we don't done all the studies, them now we present to the people. The people that we get for be impacted, we've been already do consultations with them.
How many people in total we get for be affected?
It's quite a huge number, 500 plus, but the majority of that number they na the markets women they within the existing Lumley markets, we then get for move on at the new markets, that then take up the bulk of that 500 a day. So it's not like you get for massive removal of houses and fences and all that thing. All the people that are involved and don't be aware, then don't give them codes. We get a database with all their names, all their assets and all of it. So it's not going to come as a surprise to anybody.
And the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, get key role for play for make the Transport Ministry go start the process proper one.
I'm Joseph Sapukatsuri, Assistant Deputy Director at the Environment Protection Agency. Well, I'm not going to say yes for satisfied because they got a requirement them for do. But so far, what's in the gun is the compliance, and they don't put for identify the impacts and they don't profile the mitigation measures. So as technical person, yes, they're on the right track, but they get other things them for do. We go guarantee them for get the license. We that get for do with the reports because of get reports now they don't do the presentation. As they tell you this is not a draft report, and for with the final report to get out the disclosure report. We'll go review and advise we board for make the decision.
But within the different transport stakeholders them think about this process.
Me and Councillor Mamutike Simbo, what for to Lumley, I believe it's a plus to we because a beneficiary to we own people because most of them they get accidents.
Me and Bodupe Williams, and I represent the Mayor's Delivery Unit. I feel say the survey good, but Boku still get a day for do for get them into a state where to convince the mayor and get some residents say this is not a good project.
Me and Kainamu Kumabe from Drivers Union, I feel say this disclosure of the project is very, very good because it therefore provide organized parking and loading of vehicles there.
Actually, Mina Alhaji Hashim Bakar from the Ministry of Trade and Industry. The only thing that I go encourage the consultants them, as they don't say they go bring every party involved, let them ensure they do that. So at the end of the day, we will get a very good project implemented.
Then people will end up assure government through the Ministry of Transport and Aviation for monitor and support the implementation of the project. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Ahmed Sharif, the report.
Right, 8:24, now the time for my studio clock, and this morning we talk about human capital development and how it will benefit Salon, and how all the data there we the office, the DSTI office, they don't use for improve on governments in work in the country. Now, Dr. Senge, let we look at doing business. Salon they do relatively well in doing business.
I don't be no that used to me.
From the reports we come out, but data and also doing business in Sierra Leone. How the directorates they work for make sure say for do business really improve in the country.
So we current state of doing business is not great, right, in the last metrics, which is why I make the president make a priority and the focus for improve ease of doing business as a commitment, and we plan. And so what we do as we wait, right, because first of all, there's the principle say all what we need for do, even though we not get all the resources available we for start for the one. We know they wait for that World Bank grants for CAN before we begin for work. So whilst we need support for ultimately overhaul and support the ecosystem for doing business, we team down already. They do a lot of work. So the ease of doing business team, now the directorate, that one of the most amazing team of interns from IPAM and of young people, and they're all young, probably median age of 25. And what they don't do absolutely remarkable over the last couple of months. They work with EDSA for map the entire process for how people then they get access to electricity, for company then where they get electricity. Now a process will be loose. You open the last anywhere till so 1 year self, and they been get so many open ends where nobody never know what's the problem there. But the team work very closely with EDSA, then go then do what's in the called business process maps, then validate that map there with EDSA, with Ministry of Finance, with Ministry of Energy, who all collaborated very well on this process. And now then they develop solution in collaboration with EDSA. So the new EDSA head, Joe Lahai, is very, very collaborative. Everybody in this government has been collaborative. And now they develop solution for digitize that process, for make it easy, such that people then go able get electricity. When I want the most important feature, then if you want to do business anyway, you need power for the business. Then I want example of which we don't do with ease of doing business. We also don't work with NRA. So one of the NRA gets a program for test electronic cash registers in a salon. We also they improve the life of we the customer then, of the business holders, but also for make government able to get revenue. We support them technically. Me chief technology officer Nyake engage with them for review the submissions. I travel with them for go evaluate company. Then we apply, and so the governments they make tremendous strides, not just in one area, but for understand the business process, for invest in and make commitments, develop roll out prototypes for improve business condition there.
And all of this for so many people, as far as I'm concerned, how they go able to forget them bread and butter daily. Now the most important thing to them, then you they explain about data innovation and technology. How governments they use all this for let the layman out there come out every day able to forget a mass go back na us with his family.
No, it's interesting. I maybe let me see more using an analogy. So I will ask you a question back, right? Say that now they ask back. Imagine say you now the head of a household. You get boku picking them, let's say 7 picking them. Some of them sick, some of them, and they all say they under 10. Some of them get malaria, other one then they primary school, and then work no day, but then you get land, for example. And then you get small money, 100,000. You don't get boku money, you get 100,000. How you decide that 100,000 there? If somebody comes to you then say, I guess seed though. This seed here na improved seed. The yield of the seed here, if you plant this seed here, you'll be able to get boku money in the future. And other person can't tell you say, forget that man, that person who can't give you seed. I get cassava. I get actual cassava right now for you. But this cassava, you the cook and you the eat. And then somebody, so these are the two options where you get. Which one you go take? Will you take the seed, will you plant, will they increase the yield, will you be able to sell in the future, forget a lot of, then you're able to pay the school fee for all you picking there, or you go take the cassava today and eat the cassava today. That's the reality that we get in a salon. We have a situation in which the ground dry.
And the data they are going to ever make improvements.
That is true. I just give example in education in terms of school approval. Not so in the future. The improvements that happen today. And that improvements that happen today go mean say in a year, in 2 years, right? How Rwanda become Rwanda, how Ghana become Ghana, how Singapore become Singapore, how Mauritius become Mauritius, how Ghana become Ghana. Inside one day then become Ghana.
So all of this now for the future?
Yeah, not to all of this.
Right.
The majority of what human capital is Now for the future, remember we had defined human capital, or not to be hard definer, but the meaning of human capital index. Now say the productivity of a Pekin with them born today, where it's on 18, if you get full health, full food, and full education. A lot of waiting we do now for plants that seed day.
Right.
Now for plants that seed day, say in 1 year, in 2 year, in 3 year, you and me no go can't begin to the ground dry.
Right.
But actually you get your own business, and if you whatever your business day, myself go depend on your own business, and then we know they expect people then for give money. The problem generally is where education low,
right,
and your skills level low, and your productivity low. People expect say them for can't give you money, whereas in this particular instance, we for really take the seed and plant the seed such that we go harvest that and sell her and increase productivity.
All right, continue for the week at the studio, Dr. David Mornin Salon. We will come back to you, Chief Innovation Officer. We will come back to you. The program they continue. We just take this quick break.
Causing confusion. But this confused me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in World Solid. Look in block them with them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand than they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block them all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We stand for good governance. They come with a fundraising, dinner, dance, live band show. Radio Democracy 98.1 Radio Democracy 98.1 You will not be low, and now you follow. Go tell your body, Becky, tell your body. March 29, we dey na Sarah Lighthouse. Go tell her body, na day we for go. I say you will not be no, and now you follow. Inside this one event, enjoyment go day, the dinner go day, the band go play. You go dance for yourself, no go tire. 98.1, 98.1, Radio Democracy 98.1. Friday, March 29, nothing go be. When you want the ticket, go 98.1, or you call this number.
Right, well, the tickets all and day, but of course tomorrow nothing will be in a Sarah Lighthouse as we all set for the big day, and all the one day we don't buy the tickets, the way don't support we. Thank you very much. No ticket sale at the gates, but we can enjoy tomorrow. Nothing will be. We'll give you more information as the day they go, and tomorrow morning we get enjoyment at the program Good Morning Salon. But we come over again to his studio guest, Dr. Senge. They read now the new word for young people in Sierra Leone, entrepreneurship. I mean, most young people now, they into entrepreneurship. But other possibles, they just jump into entrepreneurship, different things than they. And then they work with young people more, and you self-interested in entrepreneurship. The office and entrepreneurship, how do they work?
Yeah, excellent question. Because this actually links back to the question we maybe ask with the growing and dry one. One of we pillar then the ecosystem strengthening. The ecosystem what they talk about now innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem. It means say we need to be intentional and purposeful about how we they provide opportunity then for young people then for me then get the skills who they need. You know, you not just to grab and become entrepreneurial. You need for learner. You need skills for entrepreneurship. You need you need capital for seed your idea and for seed prototype. You need a set of workshops and tools for build the prototype and for translate. And some of them tools and they digital. And not to we know more the one, but people they do one. GEN, Jen Francis and in team, they do this. Sensi Hub, they do this. A couple of people then they run online classes, marketing classes for people then or in person as well. And so a lot of people then now understand the value for entrepreneurship and why we need for strengthening the ecosystem. We they work with MTA for do hackathon where they come up around urban mobility. Actually UNDP they launch an accelerator in Salon and an accelerator they take your idea and a small business or a small concept and give you the training, give you the finance, give you the support for accelerator and for mover and go before. Salon that one of 60 countries then at the world. Salon not been for DD. Salon not been DD safe. And until we engage with UNDP in New York and with the UNDP rep Naya for making art salon as one pan then 460 countries then within the open accelerator and the accelerator they launch over the next couple of months actually where people then we get idea then can come and apply and then they get the support for where they go before. One of the people that on my team also do what's called ecosystem mapping and we do it in collaboration with partners as well. And what I mean is we go right now in Freetown, but also all across the country for understand USAI tools then they where people then can use for develop them prototype, what's kind capital they, what's waiting at the resources then what they need for me them move them business idea then. But people then can come and say they get idea, but then the one they write the idea they don't, then the one they take anything for build the idea, but then feel say, you know, they can say idea idea how do you call it? 1 cent, you know, all man get idea. Any idea where if you say you don't get, other people may don't get time before. But the thing where most important are the action where they take for translate that idea into practice. Okay. And now then they engage with young people then across the university, in the informal sector, with the ministry. But also not so just people then we actually not within government. We also need for build the ecosystem within government. So right now, this very, very minute here, so in State House, we get people there from Statistics Sierra Leone, NRA, Education, Ministry of Planning, UNICEF. Then all the currently in the State House, the land programming for analyze then data then, yeah, so what they talk about. And then they go on the training. And the data then they analyze that for education though. So then they call it hands-on learning. Hands-on learning, not to say where you go to you cram, you read theory, then we'll give you exam. But people then when they do training, then they go take you, then go put you inside hall, someplace and give you money, say yeah, I can't sit down for training. We can't do that. So what we do, we bring all them different MDA then. We ask them for me then all nominate people then we involved with data. Then can sit down with WINA, DSTI, and then they solve a problem for one other ministry, Ministry of Education. And in that process then they learn how to analyze data. So we then go back to their own home ministry then go able for continue to do that work then.
So Dr. Senge, what to make data important?
You know, it's a great question. There are two things we use for make a decision every time. You know, first of all man are scientists. We just know the code we say scientists. We're not a scientist. A scientist is not somebody who they ask a research question, you develop a hypothesis based on facts and opinions, and then you evaluate that hypothesis, then you run experiments, and then you draw a conclusion. Right? That means say if you want for test any idea, if you want for implement any solution, you need for generate a hypothesis. If you know get a hypothesis, then nothing better not the commodity. You can't really move forward. And you can't have a hypothesis where you not inform the hypothesis by data. So for example, Salon, the National Development Plan, Education for Development, we say we want for go from with human capital index from 0.3 to 0.42 in 5 years. We want for increase with productivity of the people there by that amount there. If we not get the data, the baseline data, we not be able to know which area for improve. If we not get the baseline data, we not they measure the data, we not they know which program then effective that will for scale and bring to saturation. If we not able to analyze that data there and use that for make decisions, we not able to optimize and improve the solution than we did before, right? Then we just did it on the wrong path, and that's not the problem actually. Generally, is that we feel say data now for the future. But we can't improve we yield in agriculture if we don't know it's now we current yield.
In this new DSTI office, where basically una function for help government deliver on envision them through science and technology, and data and one thing we mainly una the focus on. How you gonna show people and say then data there una know we use them for maybe ask investors in the situation this, but then are the facts and una go really work on waiting and find out, say, decide where the problem, like education, for example.
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so people like say, okay, this issue don't go up because they want go big money or they want donor for can support. How on your own data go different? For say this not the reality on the ground when it comes to education, for example. This not the fact say 10,000 school and they will not get toilets, and yes, one for make una can support we in building those toilets.
With presidents they big. They're big like that. We'll go about see that big will go big. We're not go big. The idea we'll go land, we'll go compete, we'll go engage them intellectually. All the talk and way they talk. And I mention that because they come up from the leadership. You don't see they go the first thing we'll say that big will they go big. We'll go meet the presidents of World Bank, that big will go big. No, we go see what two down for do.
So my point is how now you will use in not in that regard, but that the data be used for the right purpose.
Your hypothesis was that a possible say we use the data for go big and for say the facts and we exist in the last 8 months and that we know the big like that because we they engage we know they go say I can't we'll launch free quality education that with money we use. So for launch, right? Where we launch with National Development Plan, that with money we use. Where we don't start. So because we are not driven or motivated because we are not driven and motivated for make money for we self, because now the people the interest we get, because now the human capital we want for optimize, it means say where would they engage people there? Would they use data? Would they use the data? The governments, they use the data because ultimately we get one goal, right? And then for improve people in life. So I not ascribe to that philosophy. Say a possible say as a government we go use data for lie because it not make any sense. That means they will not care about people then. So I can't answer that question because I don't believe that that's how the government is, and the government has not acted in that way. So, but how we can able use data for improve the outcome than what we want, which is a question that I will answer. Now that we use them for baseline and understand whose side we did, whose side we metrics then they which are the parameter then we'll get. We they use them for make decisions. Right, so at the highest level, at the ministerial level, at the district level, at the school level, we for be ruthless about data. If anybody asks you actually about, if anybody say, people then can always say, but 90% of the thing, I say, who's I pull that data? Almost all that, who's I pull that data? We as Sierra Leoneans, anytime somebody say number, now moving forward, the first question we for ask, what's a reference? Who's I pull that?
Okay. Continue for the week. We get Message plenty one day we don't come. We'll go look at the first one. Say, Dr. Senge, what is the SDGs goalkeeper? Are you part of the club? Aja Umoke Nine asked that question.
This other person said, Dr. Senge, is your data indicating that poor condition of service for teachers can affect learning outcome?
Other message where we go look at inside the program, Dr. Senge, can you tell us how's your DSTI has been funded to actualize all these promises and programs? Hassan Mansokago on Facebook.
This other person said, Dr. Senge, how ready is Sierra Leone to partner with the MIT from Franklin Timothy?
This one say, wow, thank you Radio Democracy for bringing Dr. Senge in the studios. You made my day, from Hadi Salisu on Facebook.
This other message says, not long ago we saw a young innovator who invented a silent generator. How does Dr. Senge plan to tap into young innovators for the benefit of the country? Come out from Alemwuri.
Other message we don't come inside the program this morning. Say, Radio D, please ask Dr. Senge when he will come back to give us progress updates reports, from Hassan.
Come to bet, they say indeed data collection and process is a fundamental principle to enhance sustainable accountability and development in any country that is ready to change its institution for good government and democracy.
More message, Dr. David, how will you advise the government of Sierra Leone to stop asking for monies from first world countries rather than ask for technological support and innovation? Monies from donors are not charged has not changed. Okay, monies from donors has not changed anything much in Sierra Leone since independence. Fudi Bundu on Facebook.
Khalil, they say very well explained, Dr. Senge. That is the problem of Sierra Leone. We want a quick fix and forget to plan for the future when we are giving birth like fishes. The hardship is high because we never plan for the future. You made my day, Doc.
This one say, Contour Bets on Facebook say, indeed, data collection and process is the fundamental principle to enhance sustainable accountability and development in any country that is ready to change its situation for good government and democracy.
The final one we may go look at this time is it come out from Moses Soldiers. He said, Radio D, this gentleman is super intelligent. His analog is an eye-opener. We Sierra Leoneans just care about what we get today and no future preparation. We should respect this young
man. This other message say, we from Hindolo George Gegbe on Facebook, where doc say the ground dry, the neighbor then don't begin gladly. Listen to the man in analysis well. No more tiff. Now that make the ground dry. This one Joseph Kaimo, critical thinking, innovation, digitalization. That is good to hear, bro. More message. This one say, thank you so much, Dr. Sengen. Anytime I hear you they make me day. In US, data is produced and managed by private companies. Beyond it, a private business expert to guide him. Else, he's running but going nowhere. All David has is the tech knowledge. He completely lacks what it takes to translate his knowledge to impact governance and the economy. Come out from Poga Monasise on Facebook. Emmanuel on Facebook, Emmanuel Dauda on Facebook say, Dr. David, you can agree with me that innovation is not just about technology alone. What is your office doing to as well help youth and innovative business ideas that can positively impact their communities? A platform where they can perfect or refine their ideas. More message. The grown dryo mandem. A message from Michael. Mr. Senge, the way you just answered that question from Mabel just made my day. You are the man. Okay, producer say go for waka, but small plenty messages there. But Dr. Senge go answer to the one they would read. Would they go for waka but?
Ate upiking den batiti don tono dati man ate no yet tade de pato bogo ba flabu kole ate Traffic all team pack one time water Naja begins to 6 stone the only part not even waiting. Ow, black man, white man, not the way to explain and understand. And then they walk about no go below, then they push. Not I don't see the reason why me then say let this thing learn caution for. Atewa movement atewa mule I did the worst let me go see. I began playing to go. I say go. Some of them people here will say they're not top official and give them to cow the Bible them feel so money. I say the one that they not and they broke traffic the lawyers bad right now. I say some even the copper number plate chef. I say look the other one them, the one that they let them complain Macolong. The one that we go been talking 8 o'clock is the hour for school. I say the one that they late for school now no good no bad. I say democratic carnival me na Joanna Wakabot.
All right, well, we get message them way Dr. Senge go answer, but few, this one say Dr. Senge, the presenters, they ask you how you will use all this data for the bread and butter. Are not satisfied with the answer where you give. Please elaborate. Doc, there is a lot of theories, but no implementation. Other message. Few will go read inside the program. This one say, Dr. Senge, thank you so much. Why you not going to schools for go start with the young people and instill all this way they talk in them, because this generation now where they get their mind. All right, we come over to Dr. Senge for answer to questions there.
You know, I want to start with the critiques. So I think Funda Muna Musa or Sise, say I lack ability for translate. Maybe do America help me how for translate? We all the land, not to one person get authority over knowledge. If people that feel say we not get the resources or the wherewithal for translate, then get we for contact with. May then go to dsti.gov.sl and send an idea. This is not for Salon. This is not for me. Not for E. If you truly know how to do this differently, may submit that idea there and may help we do one. Which brings me back to the bread and butter. If you think about Israel, what's Israel been there? We're not in the Israel, right? The ground, and just take the ground and look inside and date today. It will require that the entire population they be in a vision of productivity. Then government provide the ecosystem, then government provide the policy, then government provide the vision. Now we government don't provide the vision. We want to improve the human capital of the country so that we will become a middle income country over the next 10 years. We try for create a policy environment. We map business processes, we improve them, we fight corruption, we digitize. So now we all responsibility. You, me, Muna, or that person would ask for bread and butter, the person would say grown dry. Now we all responsibility for develop idea then, for make business then, and for create jobs then for we and for other. But yes, it means that we need to improve the curriculum. It means that the university lecturer where they go lecture, and if the notes where they use now from 1970, you know they help part this grown dry business one. If you not get notes we updated but what's not the state of the art today, you know they help. If the mama and the papa within the house with them picking, we time for study. We take we picking, we say no, go sell dye mint, and that dye mint they maybe na 1,000 or 2,000 profits they bring for today, right? We know they help with the grown and dry one. the person where they preach wherever then they preach say what you get can't pull and can't give me because me get way for make and for you, but not to invest at the investor for you, whatever. You know, they help with the growing dry wine business. If the person where say no translation no dey, it mean you dey deny the true facts what they happen. It mean they see and so na yai, they look na yai. You see the kind good work where FBK they do. You see the kind good work where Ministry of Education they do. You see the kind good work where NRA they do. It means say you know they contribute to the bread and butter one for this country. Yeah. We think say it externalized. Oh, now then, now the government, but the government's not the people. The government's not you and me. The government's in function one. The policeman, where if it stop you, it puts you in a corner. It say may you get transport, and then you self you take the transport, you give the policeman. When all two now they contribute to the ground in dry one. The ground in dry one, not to President Bio make the ground dry. Now you and me. And President Bio, now we all responsibility for make the ground not dry. And we as a country, we as a government, all the country then will the model. Rwanda, I mentioned Ghana, I mentioned Singapore, I mentioned Malaysia, Estonia, any one pandemic country then plan for the future. So human capital development, where the president say they feed the brain. They put chop now then now with tummy, and then they take care of the body. Yes, now about the future, and that is okay for me. We think about the future because if we not plant that seed day today, remember where I've been asking you about whether you go take the cassava or the chop today, or whether you go plant this seed we get a good yield. If we not plant the seeds today, tomorrow we'll grab the ground go dry back. Next tomorrow the ground go dry. The day after the ground go dry. Right. So let we think about the future of Salon. Because Salon all day, not to for perpetually or for the big, we self can lead. Okay,
Dr. Senge, before you go, let we talk about food security in the human capital index, human capital development context. Me don't talk about education and more on doing business, the entrepreneurship, fight against corruption, good data. But how we go improve? Your office go improve on food security, where we go able indeed for liquidity make mention of president one for feed the people and brain for well body and for develop the nation.
Yeah, one of the last question, the last thing was the president that we asked me that how we use technology for agriculture. Okay. Right, so agriculture, ag tech. Important because we need for increased value and yield, and so one of the way then we look at that how they increase yield. And you increase yield in multiple ways. You can invest in better seeds. You can understand the environment and know when rain they can, within the swelling property, within the temperature, and then you inform that to farmer then. You can increase yield by using technologies where they add value to the process. By not to say you just a good cut, you increase yield by education of the farmer themselves, so that the farmer then go understand waiting at the intervention with them for do, what kind manure for use when, and then they look at all of that, and then they work very closely with the ministry, specifically.
Somebody just contour bets on Facebook say how can you utilize your expertise to aid the Ministry of Agriculture in improving the production of basic foodstuff.
We did work with it. We did talk to the Ministry of Agriculture, and we did engage them, like I say, on all of them different pillars. Then, but one question actually, where somebody been say, who side this money they come on? The government, DSTI they run because the government invest in DSTI. And that is magical. For me, you get governments we understand, say, technology and innovation, now the way that they will solve a government problem. Then other countries then sit down, then they want to do this, but they don't get the capacity, they don't get the policy, they don't get the political will where they say yes, that this we need to do. They don't get somebody who understand that at that level they for actually go and sign the check and say yes, now this would they invest in.
So as to they wrap up now, next for the office. Next time we'll get you now. So
and it depends to you. It depends on who take the car, who take the call.
Yes. So waiting you plan now for work on immediate. immediately?
I mean, so we get vision. With strategic plan, data for decision making. Will continue for improve Dandy. Hopefully by then we will then get reports for the Ministry of Education where we analyze the data and we can talk about where to land at that time. And we do Dandy as well for all the different players and who they work with. Data systems and technology design. All man they talk about data. Yes, we need to make active steps for how we integrate data across government. Government service delivery and citizen engagement. So by then, hopefully, also could then build with the people in our office. They work beaucoup, then they write different program. Then we go help for more deliver services to citizens, and then ecosystem strengthening. The accelerator with UNDP will support Zandi. We serve the open accelerator on the IPAM, and a whole lot of different activities. But we get strategic vision.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. David Senge.
Thank you very much.
Very hard for get for come na studios, but finally make it today. It'll be a pleasure for get you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's now the Chief Innovation Officer, David Senge. This morning he can't talk about human development, capital, and all that issue. Them we talk about now the program. Thank you very much. One for tell thank you to the production team. Michael Sambola will produce the program, and Alex Lawrence Koroma. DJ Lover help for give technical support. Moses Kevua and team, thank you very much. Una stay tuned to Radio Democracy. Me as my James say goodbye.
And me welcome back to get yourself a wonderful day. Bye.
Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, that's news and current affairs program. Good Morning Salon will come to you every weekday, Monday to Friday, from 7:30 to 9 a.m. Well, the time right now from studio clock. Now, time now for Meg will bring you Salon and international news.